Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name's Catherine and I make videos about dyeing, sewing, and upcycling. If that sounds like something you're into, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Today, I'm gonna go shopping and look at some tie-dye trends in the store. I'm sure you're aware that tie-dye is trending and it's everywhere. So today, I'm gonna take you with me to the mall and show you what I found. Whenever I go shopping for inspiration, I get ideas for new tutorials and new designs. If you see anything in this video that you think would be a great tutorial, let me know down in the comments what you think. And be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. It does wonders for my videos. So without further ado, let's get started.
Okay, so first we have Urban Outfitters, and they have a lot of really nice tie-dye pieces inside. So let's go check it out. First, there's this heart pattern that I found. This one comes in gray, and it's just like a single color, and it's not super vibrant, but I think it looks nice. And they also have it in a purple color. And these are all one of a kind. They're all a little bit different. They're all hand dyed. So that's really nice. I'm looking at the tag here. It says $59, which is not bad for a hand dyed t-shirt at a retailer. I know Urban Outfitters is based out of Philadelphia, and they do have this urban renewal program where they hire like local artists to make things, and this one is really interesting. This is like a couple steps that would take to make this pattern. It's like a scrunch with the yellow, and then with the brown flowers, I think probably either a freehand or some kind of stencil, and then drawing that flower with like a really fine nozzle. They also have this really cute butterfly one in the pastel colors. So these are all pastel-y, very simple, a lot of negative space. This one I thought it was interesting. It has a lot of embroidery, and it's not a real tie-dye or an ice dye, but it kind of looks like it. It looks like they made a print out of it, so it was screen printed. Next up, they had some wide leg denim that had been reverse dyed or bleach dyed. I think that they used a chemical besides just bleach, probably a true discharge chemical, because it got so white and the blue is so blue. But all of these are different, which is really amazing. So these are all hand dyed too, and you can pick out the one that you like the best. So yeah, if you're going to get these, I definitely go to the store to pick out your favorite ones. These pants are a really good deal considering how much time it took for the person to make all of these. I would love to make a pair for myself. Let me know down in the comments below if you like these and if you want to see a video about how to make them. So after we went to Urban, there was this store called Snap, which I've never heard of, but they had a lot of custom t-shirts, and right in the front of the window they had a bunch of tie-dye, so I had to go check it out. So they had some multicolor and a couple of more like tonal things. This one is just sort of like a scrunch with a light blue. It looks very like faded, which is like the look I keep seeing. Here is like a classic rainbow spiral, and this is also hand dyed. Each piece is hand dyed and separate, which is very nice, and so it's like a real tie-dye. This one has a lot of negative space and has sort of like these Eastery pastel colors, and this was the only one left, so the other ones had all been sold. And then they had sort of like red, black, gray, blue, which they had more of. So at this point we decided to take a little break, and I had to go to the food court because I was starving. And we went to this place called Gyro Express. This is what I ended up getting, which was really good. It's lamb with baba ganoush and some french fries and a little salad. It was really good. And I got a little pita. So next we moved on to American Eagle, which is of course known for their denim and kind of like casual looks. They had this whole display in the men's section of really pretty sherbet colors with khaki and olive and of course like denim for summer. So they had these pink tie-dye shirts for men, and they were all kind of one of a kind with different patterns, but they were sort of like half dyed darker pink and then half dyed lighter pink. So they had a whole rack of those. Then they had some of this scrunch peachy color. And then they had a blue one with a sort of a medium blue with a light blue bottom. So they had a lot of tie-dye in the men's section, which was really, really nice and tasteful, I think. This one's not a true tie-dye, but it kind of has like a variation of dye, and it's on a jersey type of t-shirt, which was interesting. I went to the women's section, but they didn't have any tie-dye in the women's section, which kind of surprised me. We moved on to H&M, and we started with the men's section. Here is a printed button-down shirt. It looks like it's either like a cotton or maybe even a little bit of a linen blend. It looks like tie-dye. It's not true tie-dye. It's a print with a screen print. And then these shoes were really cool. They look like they are discharge dyed, and they are really discharge dyed because they're all different. Then there was this whole fixture of like lavender tie-dye with Coca-Cola, which I thought was so funny because I had just found that Pepsi t-shirt when I went thrifting in Idaho. And if you haven't gotten a chance to watch my thrifting vlog, I will link it down below for you. So I'm going to make a Pepsi t-shirt coming up soon. And so I just thought that was so funny. Here's a mint tie-dye with the concentric circles, and it has a SpongeBob pattern on it. This is the shorts, which is mint and baby blue, just sort of like a random tie-dye dripping sort of pattern. I feel like this almost looks like a cow print. I don't know exactly what to call this, but I feel like it looks like tie-dye cow print. And then you can pair this with your French terry polo, which seems kind of hot for summer, but it's very cute. This is the women's section over here, and they had a lot of tie-dye with logos and verbiage on them. So they kind of like a grunge look. Grateful Dead, Good Karma. It's with the Nirvana t-shirts and again, more Grateful Dead. So these colors seem very like faded and pastel to me. Here's a classic spiral in a baby blue and sort of like a pastel purple color. And they're all very oversized and easy breezy that you can just like pair with some cutoff shorts.
All right, we're taking a little break to have some coffee. Decaf, of course. Decaf Americano with a little whip for some excitement. Next, we're gonna go into Macy's.
So here I am at Macy's, and I'm in the loungewear for women, or kind of next to the lingerie section. They had a lot of tie-dye prints. I don't think any of this is truly tie-dye, but you can kind of see like the patterns that they are picking up on and the colors that they're using. Macy's is like a mass market retailer, of course, so they are not going to have real tie-dye. It's just way too expensive to mass produce. You can tell that this stuff is printed on fabric and then cut and sew because the seams don't line up, and the colors are not going all the way to the back of the fabric. So they're just printed on top, which is totally fine because you can get that tie-dye look in a factory that way. So that's how all this stuff at Macy's is done. But this one is actually printed on a velour, which is really interesting. Then they had this one here that kind of reminds me of when you dip something in indigo and you get the oxidized indigo on top of it. Then they had some, you know, lighter sages and purples. So all these pastel colors are everywhere. They had this table full of lounge shorts, and a lot of them had tie-dye prints. This one's really, really bright, very neon. And they had this one, which was kind of like a multicolor, which I love this one. This one's probably my favorite one. I like this color combination. Here's a lighter blue with sort of like a streaky look. So tie-dye is like everywhere in the stores, from more specialty to mass market, H&M, men and women. It's just like exploding, and it's been going on for a while. Here's a nice purple sort of like spiral. This one is just sort of almost like a scrunch. So it's everywhere, and so I think it's safe to say that tie-dye is everywhere right now, from menswear to women's wear, mass market, and more specialty type of stores at every price point. Let me know where you guys like to go for your tie-dye inspiration, and if there's any patterns that you've seen today in my video that you would like me to make a tutorial on how to recreate. Be sure to check out my online classes on Skillshare, and you can try Skillshare for free with the links down in the description below. I also have many tutorials on my YouTube channel that I would encourage you to go and check out. If you like this video, here are some other videos that you may enjoy. All right, see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.